It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. And it comes your way next.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
The sun is shining on both of these teams. And we're off from Baltimore. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out from Central Michigan, an undrafted free agent back in 2017 and still here. It's Cooper Rush.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
They go play action on first. He's got Andrews. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Rush now. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Here's 2nd and 5. Andrews with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Gets this one to Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. From the left hash, this is from 47. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out to one of the game's all-time leading passers, the top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age, we see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
First snap, and Stafford's gonna throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Stafford now on 1st down. Throw complete to Williams. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And he buys him some breathing room with a good run here to the 6. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Okay, why do I think right now his fullback heads to the sideline after that call? The lobbying begins. Give me the rock. Fullbacks don't normally get a ton of carries, but they also typically don't get plays like that.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch their early lead to 9. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
To the air, third and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Rams are set to punt. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
The Rams showing a nickel look. Third down coming up. To the air with Rush. Bateman hauls it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Rams will take possession. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, here's Stafford. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He puts some juice on it. This is caught inside the 15. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. He completes it in traffic. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Stafford from the gun. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's gonna be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're going play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Into traffic, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jair Alexander with the stop.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stafford back to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Ethan Evans on that a punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now a give running right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Andrews with the catch. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Option give here. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Rush looking to pass. Likely's got it right side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. They pick the handoff now, Safford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one hits for 30. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Throwing now off play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams tie things 10-10. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How About 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
You're set up at the 35 now. They'll send him over right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Connects with Bateman. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught by Flowers. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Running for it again. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams headed out to the field now. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
3rd and long now for Stafford. He fires one deep down the middle. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Throw complete to Williams. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. It's an LA touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
Ravens 13.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing, rush. Completes this one to Hill. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they...
Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I could still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Got to figure out this third down here. They send a tight end in motion. Third and long for him here. Taken in by Likely. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Smith back to receive it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Stafford from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be a 44-yard look. Sly's kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. To throw, Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On first down, here's Stafford. Taken in by Smith. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Catch is made in close. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps in at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Back to throw, here's Stafford. It's taken in by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, I mean, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's a pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back now, pressure on its way. This one's taken in by Hill. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Rams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another run for Williams. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Sanusi Cade able to make that stop. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They've got a man in motion. Stafford now on 1st down. Throw complete to Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. This will be caught by Adams. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 32. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams make it a 16-point ball game. Devontae Adams the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead.
Ravens 13.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there, and that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's down all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. This time it's a passing play.
into the hands of Likely. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Once more, here's Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
They just get the play off. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the gap closes to 14 points.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. 40. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams have likely locked up the win right there. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Rush now. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Rush to throw. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Completes this one to Hill. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rush. State pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Flowers will go in motion left. Rush looking to pass. Complete, Derrick Henry. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Henry. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They put a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's gonna be 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Throwing, rush. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. To the air with Rush. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love these misdirection runs. You use that defense's speed and aggressiveness against them. It is really, when you put this play in the playbook and you call it, you want to see that defense overreact, and then you cut them in half with the misdirection.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. This offense making its way back out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's taken in by Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They're set up at the 35 now. Rush now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rush. That's caught for the 1st. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He'll throw it yet again. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They put Flowers in motion right. Throw right side is caught by Hopkins. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Throwing now from the gun. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
touchdown! The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. The Ravens look like they got it back, and they did! All right, partner, peel back the curtain for everyone who's watched this happen on Sundays. Win looks unlikely, but they're still trying this kick. What is the coach now saying to his offense before they run out there?
I could hear the great Tom Moore, longtime NFL coach, over and over. He would preach to us through the week during the game. Whoever plays the game the hardest, the longest, is going to win. And my goodness gracious, you just recovered an onside kick. So play this game to the final second.
And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
They motion a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He's down to a knee, and the Rams getting ready to celebrate this win. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Rams are winners, as we say so long from Baltimore.